Hey there, guys. Chet here. How many times have you searched online for the best free tool to do something? You get all excited, you read a blog post about it, you sign up, and then you discover the dirty truth. The free version is almost useless. It is missing all the important features that you need. It's covered in annoying ads, or worst of all, it's just a 7-day trial that ends right when you finally figure out how to use it. It's a frustrating game. That is especially true in the world of automation tools. The big famous tools that everyone knows have free plans that are so limited. They feel more like a short demo than a real useful tool. I was stuck in that world for a very long time. Honestly, I thought that the words free and powerful could not exist together when it came to automation. I thought you always had to pay a lot of money to get the really good stuff. But today I want to let you in on a secret. Shh. I want to tell you about the best free automation tool that I believe you've probably never heard of. It's called N8N, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the story of how I found it and why it completely changed my mind about what a free tool can be. And since you probably have never heard of it, I've made it easy for you to find it. Huzzah! I've put a link to the official N8N website in the description, along with my own simple video guide on how to get it set up for yourself. Now, my journey, like most people's journey, started with the famous tools. I signed up for the free plans from all the big names in automation. You know them. And the experience was always the same. It would give me a few hundred free tasks to use for the month, which sounded like a lot, but I would often run out in the very first week. Or I would try to build a workflow that had 3 or 4 simple steps, but the free plan would only allow 2 steps. I was constantly hitting these walls, and these walls were designed by the companies to do one thing: to push me to upgrade and start paying them a monthly fee. It always felt like they were giving me a free sample just to make me hungry for the real meal, a meal that I knew I could not afford at the time. I got so tired of playing this game, I started thinking that there had to be a better tool out there for people just like me. People who are serious about automation but don't have a huge budget to spend every single month. I was looking for a tool that would trust me with its full power for free. I know, trust me, this sounds like an impossible thing to find, but after a lot of searching on websites like Reddit and talking to developers, I kept hearing these whispers about a strange tool called N8N. So I decided to check it out, and this is where my whole way of thinking about software completely changed. The reason N8N can be completely free is because it is a different type of software called open source. This means that you can download the entire tool with all of its features and run it on your own little online server. I quickly found out that a server powerful enough to run it really just cost a few dollars every month. So for that tiny, predictable cost, I suddenly had a world-class automation tool with absolutely no limits. I want to repeat that last part, okay? Because it's the most important idea in this whole video. No limits. I could run 100 tasks a day or 100,000. I could build simple workflows with 2 steps, or I could build giant, complex workflows with 200 steps. I was not a free user anymore with a limited version of the tool. I was just a user with access to the full unlimited power of this platform. This idea alone felt revolutionary to me. At first, I thought, okay, if it's free, it probably is not as powerful as the expensive tools I was trying to use before, right? No, no. I was completely wrong. After just a few days of using N8N, I discovered that it was actually much more powerful and much more flexible than the tools that I was supposed to pay for. For example, building workflows with complicated logic, like if this happens, go down this path, but if that happens, go down another path. That was so much cleaner and easier in N8N. I could see all of the different branches of my automation in one single view. I also discovered that I could connect to any app on the internet, not just the ones on a pre-approved list. And my favorite part was discovering a special block called the code node. This was my secret weapon. It meant that if I ever got stuck on a really tricky problem, I could just write 1 or 2 simple lines of code to solve it instantly. I went from feeling limited and frustrated by my tools to feeling like I could build absolutely anything I could imagine. Now, I know that when I mention things like setting up a server or using a code node, it can sound a bit scary, even especially if you're a beginner. It can feel like a big leap from the simple limited tools, and that is the exact reason I created my online community. I wanted to help people make that leap with confidence. Inside of my school community, I have a complete course that teaches you everything from setting up N8N for the first time to building these robust, powerful, advanced workflows. We have live calls and exclusive templates to guide you. If you want some help on this journey, the link is right there in the description. The surprises, though, just kept coming. Because I was running N8N on my own server, I realized that all of my business data and my private passwords for my other apps were completely safe and private. No one else could see them. This gave me a huge sense of security. And finally, I found the N8N community. Because it's open source, there are thousands of passionate users around the world who love to help each other for free in forums and online groups. So even through the software, or even though rather the software was free, I felt like I had better and faster support than I ever did with the expensive paid tools. So that's the secret. The best free automation tool that you probably have never heard of is N8N. And it's not the best just because it has no price tag. It is the best because it gives you unlimited power, unlimited flexibility, and total control over your data. All things you usually have to pay a lot of money for. All right, that's the end of this video. I hope I encouraged you to check out this hidden gem. You have nothing to lose and a whole new world of automation to gain. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.